October 20th, 1944. Leyte Gulf, Philippines. General Douglas MacArthur, his iconic corncob pipe clenched tightly, stands aboard the USS Phoenix, peering through binoculars at the jagged coastline below. The beaches are deceptively calm, but his seasoned eyes see the danger hidden in the jungles, the rivers, and the hills. The amphibious craft cut through the surf. Soldiers bracing for what they know will not be mere opposition, but a wall of entrenched, fanatical resistance. You can almost feel the pounding of boots on the wet sand. It's the whine of artillery overhead, the faint, lurking tension that precedes combat. MacArthur's mind races, weighing the triumph of return against the grim reports from intelligence. Japanese forces under General Yamashita have fortified caves, tunnels, and urban choke points across Leyte. Every hill, every grove of palm trees could conceal a deadly ambush. The promise of liberation is shadowed by the anticipation of blood. Landing parties hit the shore. Gunfire erupts, echoing across the Gulf. Smoke mingles with the tropical morning mist, and men shout commands through the chaos. The initial resistance seems manageable, yet MacArthur knows better. It's just the beginning. In the jungles, scouts report fortified positions with interlocking fields of fire. Machine guns peer from concealed bunkers, grenades litter narrow trails, and flamethrower teams are briefed for cave-clearing operations. Each advance will cost lives. Each success will be hard-won. MacArthur's gaze lingers on the hills beyond, knowing the scale of destruction that awaits. Leyte will not be easy, he murmurs, almost to himself. We will pay for every foot we take. From the landing beaches to inland positions, American forces press forward. The initial Japanese resistance is fierce, calculated, but organized chaos favors the attackers. Yet MacArthur understands the deeper cost. Urban fighting in Leyte's towns. Jungle skirmishes and fortified hill positions will make this campaign unlike any other he has faced. Naval bombardments continue, shells tearing through coastal defenses, sending plumes of sand and debris into the humid air. You can almost hear the desperation in every crackling burst, the quiet determination of men who understand that victory carries a bitter toll. MacArthur surveys his staff, reading reports, maps, and casualty projections. Every page confirms his worst fears. Leyte will be a battle of attrition. Urban combat, jungle entanglements, and entrenched fortifications will make every inch of ground a potential tomb. The man who once promised "I shall return" now confronts the sobering reality of what that return entails. As the sun climbs higher, the first bodies of the campaign are carried off the beaches. MacArthur turns his gaze inland, to the dense jungles and mountains, where Yamashita's men lie in wait. The general's expression hardens, a mixture of determination, foreboding, and silent mourning for the cost he knows is inevitable. The Philippine liberation will begin with bravery and sacrifice, but it will be measured in lives lost. From the golden sands of Leyte Gulf to the fortified hills, the campaign promises horror as much as triumph. Every report confirms it. The Japanese defenders are prepared for a fight to the last man. And in that moment, MacArthur realizes that the glorious vow of return has transformed into a somber reckoning, a campaign that will mark the Pacific theater with unprecedented bloodshed. October 24th, 1944. Leyte, interior hills. The heat is oppressive. Sweat drenches uniforms, stinging eyes, and soldiers stumble through thick undergrowth, machetes hacking at vines that cling like living chains. Explosions echo from the hills, grenades thrown into hidden caves, flamethrowers searing the air, smoke curling in black clouds. Sergeant James O'Neill wipes blood from his forehead as he peers into a jagged cave mouth. Inside, shadows twitch. Armed with rifles and grenades, lie in wait, ready to die for every inch of ground. Every foot gained demands courage. Every corner cleared demands sacrifice. You can almost hear the whispered prayers of men moving through this hell. MacArthur's intelligence reports had warned him of the severity. Yet standing on the ridges overlooking the jungle, he feels the scale of the challenge in a visceral way. Yamashita's forces had transformed Leyte into a labyrinth of death. Interconnected caves, camouflaged bunkers, and hidden pillboxes designed to maximize carnage. Soldiers fire rifles in rapid succession, grenades explode in tight clusters, and the jungle shakes with every detonation. Lieutenant Samuel Hargrove shouts orders over the chaos, voice hoarse, adrenaline pumping. Every bunker destroyed is a small victory. Every cave cleared is another step toward liberation, but the cost is immediate. Men fall, others scream, wounded by hidden mines or sniper fire. The brutality of close-quarters combat transforms Leyte's Hills into a nightmare no reconnaissance map could capture. MacArthur observes from a ridge, pipe clenched tightly between his teeth, his jaw set in grim determination. The vow to return is no longer a symbolic gesture. It has become a promise forged in blood. Reports come in constantly. Platoons pinned down, supply lines harried, casualties mounting. Can't imagine it, whispers Captain Robert Fields, passing maps to MacArthur. These caves, they're like fortresses. Every step forward costs lives. The general nods slowly. Each advance, each engagement, confirms what intelligence had suggested. The Philippines will not be taken without grinding house to house. Cave by cave combat. Victory will be costly, unavoidable, and merciless. Urban fighting begins in Leyte's towns, where Japanese defenders have rigged buildings with explosives, booby traps, and snipers. Streets echo with the staccato of rifles and the whine of mortar. Infantry units move cautiously, clearing houses room by room, stairwell by stairwell. Private Thomas Andrews ducks into a ruined doorway, heart pounding as debris falls around him. Smoke stings his lungs. The Japanese forces fight with relentless determination, exploiting every structural advantage. For American troops, the campaign is no longer a beach landing. It is a grinding, nerve-shredding war of attrition. At the command post, MacArthur studies casualty reports alongside maps of Japanese fortifications. The weight of command presses on him. Every decision carries mortal consequences. He realizes with clarity, the Philippines campaign is no ordinary victory. Each jungle ridge, each fortified town, each cave system represents lives that will be spent, courage tested, and sacrifice demanded. Yamashita's defenses are formidable, yet inevitable defeat looms over the Japanese defenders. The general exhales, his expression a mix of sorrow and resolve. The campaign has begun, and with it, the sobering reality of blood-soaked triumph. February 3rd, 1945, Manila, Philippines. Smoke chokes the sky above the city. The scent of burning timber and scorched earth hangs heavy, mixing with the acrid temps of gunpowder. Streets once bustling with life are now scarred with rubble and death. American forces, led by Major General William H. Rupertus, push forward cautiously, knowing Japanese defenders have transformed every building into a fortress. Corporal Anthony Rivera crouches behind a shattered wall, rifle ready. From across the street, a Japanese soldier emerges, machine gun blazing. Rivera fires back, heart hammering as debris falls around him. You can almost hear the city itself groaning under the weight of destruction. MacArthur's vow to liberate the Philippines has brought him. Each street fought over exacts a toll that no map could predict. The Japanese defense is fanatical, yet increasingly desperate. General Tomoyuki Yamashita's officers issue orders to hold buildings at all costs, turning residential blocks into death traps. Civilians are caught in the crossfire, forcing American troops to balance aggression with caution. The battle becomes a test of nerve, strategy, and endurance. Lieutenant Edward Collins signals his squad forward, advancing house by house. Smoke obscures vision, screams pierce the air, and rubble shifts underfoot. In the alleys and courtyards, defenders fire from concealed positions. Every step is a gamble. Every corner could conceal death. MacArthur watches reports of casualties pile up. Hundreds of soldiers fallen, dozens more wounded, civilians trapped in shattered homes. The cost is staggering, but the campaign cannot pause. Manila must be liberated to secure Leyte's gains and to break the remaining Japanese hold on the archipelago. The general clenches his pipe, staring at the maps that track each block of urban resistance. This is no simple advance. It is a meticulous, bloody siege. The city itself has become a battlefield, and every victory here is measured in the human toll. Every building seized comes at immense cost. Every checkpoint fought over a test of endurance and courage. You can almost feel the city fighting back, mutters Sergeant Paul Jenkins, ducking as a mortar shell explodes nearby. The roar of gunfire, the shattering of walls, and the cries of men and women blend into a terrifying symphony. MacArthur knows the campaign's truth. Liberation is not an abstract concept. It is a ledger of lives spent, bravery tested, and sacrifices etched into the very streets. The Philippines will be free, but the cost will echo across generations. From Leyte's jungles to Manila's ruins, the price of victory is written in blood. Even as American forces push forward, the general understands that each house cleared, each street secured, is a testament to courage, but also a reminder of the staggering toll that liberation demands. March 1st, 1945. Manila, Philippines. The city lies in smoldering ruins. Streets are impassable, buildings reduced to skeletal frames, and smoke still rises from pockets of fire. MacArthur walks slowly through a devastated district, boots crunching over shattered concrete and debris. Each step is a stark reminder. Freedom here comes at a staggering price. Colonel James O'Hara pauses, scanning the horizon. "Sir, the civilian toll?" He begins. But MacArthur nods silently, understanding the grim reality. Thousands of Filipinos have died in the crossfire, many trapped in collapsed buildings. Others caught between retreating Japanese and advancing American forces. You can almost feel the sorrow in the air, the heavy weight of lives lost in the name of liberation. For the soldiers, each fallen comrade is a personal reminder of sacrifice. For the civilians, the city's destruction is an unhealable wound. Soldiers move cautiously, fully aware that the enemy hides in tunnels, caves, and ruined structures. Lieutenant Thomas Caldwell signals his men to advance, but a hidden sniper's shot forces a sudden halt. Chaos ripples through the unit, and every decision is fraught with life-or-death consequence. MacArthur receives regular updates from field commanders. The casualty numbers are staggering. American forces have lost thousands in Leyte and Manila combined, with wounded, overwhelming medical units. Every report reminds him that his triumphant vow of return carries a human ledger as steep as the Philippine mountains. Despite the carnage, the determination of American troops never wavers. Each captured street, each cleared building, brings the Allies closer to victory. MacArthur's strategy, combining naval bombardments, aerial support, and ground assaults, begins to crush the last vestiges of Japanese resistance. Yet the general knows this is only temporary relief. Yamashita's forces, though faltering, are disciplined, hidden, and ready to exploit any mistake. Every corner of the city hides potential death. Every jungle path remains a minefield of ambushes. In the command post, MacArthur studies maps marked with red zones indicating heavy fighting. "We are paying dearly for every square mile," he mutters. His advisors nod grimly. The Philippines campaign is not a straightforward liberation. It is a prolonged, bloody battle demanding extraordinary courage and endurance. The soldiers on the ground feel it acutely. Private Michael Lewis crawls through a rubble-strewn alley, hearing the groans of the wounded and the occasional burst of rifle fire. Every step forward is an exercise in nerve and calculation. Liberation is close, but the human cost is indelible. MacArthur reflects, the reality of the campaign etched in his face. His vow to return has been fulfilled in part, but at a price that haunts him as much as it does the men and civilians enduring the nightmare. Leyte and Manila have become symbols of both triumph and sacrifice, the duality of war made painfully clear. Victory is within reach, yet the general cannot ignore the staggering toll. Every victory demands a reckoning. The Philippines campaign is the starkest example of courage, strategy, and human cost converging in the crucible of war. March 15, 1945. Manila, Philippines. The city is quiet, but the silence is uneasy, pierced by distant gunfire and the occasional rumble of artillery as mop-up operations continue. American flags rise above key positions, signaling the hard-won liberation of the capital. MacArthur stands atop a ruined building, surveying the devastated streets below, his gaze heavy with both triumph and sorrow. The cost of freedom is clear. Thousands of soldiers dead, thousands more wounded, and countless civilians lost in the urban inferno. Every street cleared, every stronghold dismantled, bears the imprint of sacrifice. You can almost feel the weight of each life spent on the path to liberation. MacArthur addresses his staff, voice calm but resolute. The Philippines has been returned to its people, but remember the price paid. This campaign has tested every ounce of courage in our men and has demonstrated the formidable challenge of entrenched enemy defenses. Reports confirm that Yamashita's remaining forces are retreating or surrendering. their once formidable network of fortified positions shattered. The general understands that this victory, while strategic and symbolic, is inseparable from the human toll endured to achieve it. On the streets, soldiers help civilians navigate through the rubble. Relief supplies are distributed amid the ruins. Lieutenant Edward Collins kneels beside a group of children, offering water and comfort. The faces of Manila's inhabitants reflect exhaustion, grief, and relief all at once, MacArthur observes quietly, aware that liberation is not simply the removal of the enemy, is restoring hope to a battered population, even as the scars of war remain. The Philippines campaign has proven the dual nature of war: heroic valor interwoven with profound suffering. In his private quarters, MacArthur pens a note. Returning to the Philippines was a vow, fulfilled with determination and strategy, yet the path has been paved with sacrifice. Every life lost reminds us of the heavy cost of liberation. Let history remember both the courage of our troops and the sorrow that shadows every victory. The general knows the Pacific War is not yet over. Japan still resists, but Leyte and Manila stand as testament to what meticulous planning, courage, and relentless perseverance can achieve, even against the most determined and fortified opposition. As night falls, the glow of fires from remaining pockets of resistance reflects off the skyline. The soldiers rest, weary but victorious. MacArthur looks out across the city, a silent promise forming in his mind. The Philippines is free, yet the memory of those lost will never fade. The campaign has been a crucible of strategy, courage, and tragedy. Liberation has come, but it is forever shadowed by the staggering human cost. From Leyte's jungles to Manila's ruins, the Philippines campaign exemplifies the bitter reality that even victory demands a reckoning.